the world knows. That's all it is on any news channel right now. New Year's Day at approximately 2:30 a.m. local time, a white pickup truck drove into a crowd on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, killing 15, the number's up to 15 people, and injuring dozens. The driver, identified scumbag, 42-year-old Shamsud-Din Jabbar, a U.S. Army veteran. He exited the vehicle wearing body armor and armed with an assault rifle. He engaged in a shootout with police before being fatally shot. An ISIS flag was visibly hanging in the back of his truck, and investigators discovered multiple improvised explosive devices inside the vehicle. The FBI said earlier that they didn't, they believe, that he did not act alone. Now they're saying he did act alone. Brandon, me and you are going to definitely talk about that.
Yep.
The trust of the FBI at this point, they lost all credibility with me. The attack just came 10 days. This is 10 days after the similar vehicular attack in the Magdeburg Christmas market in Germany that killed 5 people, including a young boy. It was a Saudi Christian weird guy that said Allahu Akbar, apparently. I don't freaking know. But anyway, guys, Al-Qaeda and ISIS have repeatedly published articles in their jihadi propaganda magazines, Inspire and Rumiyah, encouraging the use of vehicles as weapons and ramming attacks against civilians. We're going to show a couple of clips of what happened. Then I want to hear all you guys' thoughts on, motive. How could somebody get to this point? American service member. This is him 4 years ago being he's doing a property manager video, and this is just him, so you can get a gist of who this guy actually is. Play this clip.
Good evening. I'm Shamsud-Din Jabbar, property manager with Blue Meadow Properties and team lead at the Midas Group at Core Realty. I just want to say hello and let you know a little bit about me. So I'm born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston. And I've been here all my life, with the exception of traveling for the military, where I spent 10 years as a human resources specialist and IT specialist, where I learned the meaning of great service and what it means to be responsive and take everything seriously, dotting I's and crossing T's to make sure that things go off without a hitch.
Okay, we can cut that
So
off. So guys, look, just regular dude, regular guy. Kelly, which one is the next one, the driving around one? Okay, guys, so this is surveillance footage of a business, I'm assuming, across the street, and you're going to see the vehicle. It's driving down, and it takes a hard right around the police barricades and just starts gunning it down the street before mayhem ensues. So, Kelly, go ahead. You can play this clip. Okay, so there's Bourbon Street and Canal Street. You guys see the truck in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And what time does it say, Brandon? 6. Yep, there it is. Okay, so now this is it. You know what I mean? Traffic is moving. And then as he creeps up right here, guys, there's going to be a barricade, police, people on the right. And then he slows down right here. And then watch this. This is where he makes this right and goes right. And now he's gone. Boom.
Right in front of the cop car.
Right in front of the cops. And they open up their car door. And the cop gets out of the car to help the people. And then, Kelly, what's the next one that we have? So the next, is this the ISIS?
It's his.
Can we show his Rob? Can we show his dead body with the blurred out?
Yeah, as long as it's blurred out.
Blurred out. Show. I want to show that.
Question,
what?
Ben.
That's him. That's him.
Ben, is he wearing his military gear?
He's wearing military gear. Well, yeah, he's wearing. I don't know if it's military. But I mean, there are fatigue. I can't tell from this far away if it's army or if it's some different woodland.
Yeah.
But
I know. If
that's military.
It's his personal stuff.
Yeah, that's military.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, for sure. That's military stuff.
Why does this? Can you go back to that? This is an odd thing, but doesn't his skin look white? I thought he was not to be racial.
Well, it might
here,
not
but
even be him,
brown
to be
or
quite
black.
honest, Rob. That's where I'm at.
Doesn't that skin look white to you? None of that looks like the dark-skinned guy that we saw in the video
look
before.
Look at how white that guy Look how white that dude is.
That's literally where I'm at right now, where I'm not even convinced that guy we saw in that video is this person. Like, I'm not saying definitely, but that's how little I trust.
He looks a little bit dark, but I mean, that was a black dude in the video that we saw.
Think about the things that changed it. Like they say he came here 2 days ago. Then they say, oh wait, no, he came here on November 16th. Then they say, oh no, he's a U.S. citizen, born in Texas, was in the military. So I don't think that we could trust anything 100%. So yeah, I think that could totally not be that guy that we saw in that first video.
I mean, people do tend to change colors when they bleed out on the pavement. which is the deserved fate for this guy. So I mean, good riddance wherever he came from. But I agree to an extent with Brandon of like, this is one of those things where suddenly they trot out the identity of the guy, and we'll touch on this a little bit more. The FBI and our other law enforcement agencies have so eroded any sort of institutional credibility they used to have that now when they tell us something about one of these cases, we just automatically assume they're lying. If they say, oh, it's this guy, we all sit here, no, it's not. Couldn't be that guy. You guys are known to lie to us, so it's got to be somebody else. Maybe it's that guy, but it's very strange that he, in that video, looks, sounds, and talks like a dude who grew up in Texas.
Yeah.
But then you hear the name, and what is it?
Shamsud-Din
Jabbar, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he's, affiliated with obviously some Middle Eastern group, and I don't know, maybe he changed his name to that, maybe that was his birth name, nobody really knows. But suddenly we know everything about this guy, and we have videos of him. It almost feels like it was served up to us.
Oh, listen, any single time, I want to come to you, Brent. Yeah. Every single time you have all the information within 12 hours. Bro, we know what medication he takes. We know what his wife did. Dude, and we're going to get into your guy, the guy that was in front of the Trump thing with the Cybertruck. Bro, there's a 20-page story on the guy. But when it comes to Donald Trump and Dylan, what's his name? Thomas Crooks.
Yeah.
Still... his dad said he was weird. I don't give a shit about that. But the history report of these guys, and it's like, bro, the FBI has lost all credibility. And you nailed it, bro. Back in the day, when I was younger, if the FBI said it, you were like, oh, yeah, it's them. But the fact that even the FBI girl that was on there, what was her name, Robbie? Do you remember?
Oh, special... I forget. I got to find it.
The agent in charge.
Special Agent Duncan
with her nose ring, which I think with policy, you can't be wearing that type of stuff.
That bothered me too. It's really weird. I was watching the video and I kept getting hung up on the nose ring. And I'm like, for some reason, that just feels so unprofessional.
It is.
For a special director of the FBI to have piercings on the face.
Yeah.
I'd be like, and no offense, optics means something. If you came out and I had hand tattoos on and I had Kill Whitey on my knuckles, you'd be like, that's a weird thing for that guy to have.
Yeah.
When I see her with a nose ring, I'm like, that's
odd. like a G-string, but you have like the Prince Albert where you can see the metal ring from the piercing, which
that's
is
so cute. You think I have enough room for?
Yeah. but no, Brendan, and it really sucks. And then on the back of his, and Jake made a really good point. The flag wasn't waving. The ISIS flag at the back. And Kelly, can we show the photo of the ISIS flag? This is the FBI standing over with the flag opened up and on the ground. But apparently it was wrapped up because he was driving and it was just, it wasn't shown.
Like, so first of all, like the first thing they do when the thing stops is they throw a bag over whatever the flag was in the back of the truck. I mean, when they have reports of bombs potentially being spread out through the place, the other terrorists running around, the first thing they do is a cop like runs over to put a bag over the flag. Why? So like, my initial thought was like, all right, maybe they don't want us to be hostile to the people who might have done this. But Alex Jones brought up a great point. No, if you put a bag over it, then you could cast whatever narrative you want because like I don't know where that flag came from. I don't know where the chain of custody is. So like they could have just like brought out an ISIS flag and said, yeah, here it is. This is what he had.
Very true.
And this just triggered a memory for me, and forgive me if I'm a tad bit hazy on when it happened exactly, but sometime within the last 2 years, I believe there was some kind of vehicular crime right near the White House where a guy rammed into some Capitol police officers or something, and they went into his car and they unfurled, I believe it was a Nazi flag, and if it wasn't a Nazi flag, it was a Confederate flag. And I might be conflating two separate incidents here, but they found this flag that shows, he's some kind of domestic white terrorist extremist. Yeah. They unfurled the flag, they took pictures, they laid it out on the ground, they had it everywhere.
May 13th of 2023. Driver detained as truck crashes near White House. Nazi flag found.
There you go. There you go.
It's almost like Hollywood, where Hollywood has like a prop room with all the stuff you need. Like the CIA has like a prop room. Let's bust out the Nazi flag. Let's bust out the ISIS flag.
The Nazi flag that they found in that guy's car in the photos had visible crease marks in it from where it was just unfolded out of a package right before it happened. Yeah. So suddenly when it's a Nazi flag and they want to blame it on domestic extremist white nationalist terrorists, suddenly, oh yeah, let's photograph the flag. Let's put it out everywhere. But then when it's this guy, no, first priority.
The Middle East.
Yeah, before we even defuse the explosives in the cooler in the back of the truck, let's make sure the flag is covered.
Yeah, and Kelly, do you want to show the video? Because this is right before we came on. the FBI or some law enforcement just updated us on him. They're saying that he acted alone, but again, I don't believe anything that the FBI is saying. If he acted alone, then how did hours after he was killed, a fire breaks out in his Airbnb? There's reports of other people that he was acting with. I think it's BS. Kelly, can we roll that one video?
The FBI team and our law enforcement partners here are also reviewing hundreds of hours of surveillance and other video from both the French Quarter and other locations. As for a timeline, at this point, investigators believe Jabbar picked up the rented F-150 in Houston, Texas on December 30th. He then drove from Houston to New Orleans on the evening of the 31st, and he posted several videos to an online platform proclaiming his support for ISIS. There were 5 videos posted on Jabbar's Facebook account, which are time-stamped beginning at 1:29 a.m. and the last at 3:02 a.m. In the first video, Jabbar explains he originally planned to harm his family and friends, but was concerned the news headlines would not focus on the, quote, war between the believers and the disbelievers, end quote.
Such a talking point.
Additionally, he stated he had joined ISIS before this summer. He also provided a will and testament.
Okay. So I have a question for the
Go
FBI.
ahead. No, because I'll just, don't forget your question. It's like, if he's joining ISIS, and like, you guys, as the FBI, bro, I tweet stuff. I put stuff on Facebook that's, I said like the F word, or I get vulgar there, and I get warnings. And where are the triggers for fucking ISIS? Sorry for my language, but like, where is all these fail-safes for guys of ISIS and the people behind them? And what does the FBI do, bro? If it's not about Donald Trump or DEI or January 6ers, these guys, they always fall flat. It's always, all I keep hearing is failure of intelligence. We knew. We had this guy. We had him on the radar. What are they doing? I'm telling you right now, they should, FBI tomorrow should put a agent-wide memo that says, hey guys, treat terrorists as MAGA supporters. And then that means they're going to be on them all the time. They'll arrest anybody that has anything to do with terrorism. Just say that they love MAGA, and that's it. Yeah. What is the FBI doing, bro?
No, well, like, we gave up everything after 9/11. They took everything from us in terms of our privacy. Like, all of our data, they get it right away. So, like, they say we made the trade-off of safety for privacy, but like, if you're not going to stop this, like, there should never be something like this that happens. Like, they should be on it instantly. They're like, not only that, but I almost think they should be liable for this. Like, the lady who's like the dipshit old lady who left a big enough opening for a fucking car to get by. Like, the barrier's not a barrier if a car could drive by it. So I think she should be charged. Like, if I was a family member of somebody who got hurt there, I would be more mad at her than the fucking terrorist. Yeah. Like, you expect terrorist things from a terrorist, but you expect law enforcement to have their shit together and block the one entrance that a car could get in and kill people through.
100%, because it's, by the way, because we're coming to your event. Yeah. Your job is to protect us. I'm sorry. Yeah. We're paying the taxes. We're freaking, you know, we're here in the city. Yeah. Why? What are you doing? And you guys saw that narrow ass road. It's like, it's not that hard to protect the people.
It's not like an elaborate scheme, like where they did some crazy thing where they outwitted law enforcement. Just like block that entrance, and this doesn't happen.
Yeah, and it's, listen, and I'm telling you guys right now because we have to move on to the next story. I'm not fear-mongering. I'm just telling everybody, everybody's watching this. I know people are going to talk shit. I don't care. Be alert. Stay vigilant. You know what I'm saying? Know your surroundings. This isn't stopping. Sean Ryan had Sarah Adams, who worked for the CIA. She has said, I think there's more, 1,500 Al-Qaeda members that are here waiting for the orders. Okay, these two, if you can, Kelly. Oh, yeah, guys, Kelly, I love you because I thought we were going to wrap up. But listen, she's warning us. They're here. These are two, well, Brandon's guy as well, what we're going to get into. These are American Army veterans that we're trying to kill, and they have killed. Wait until the real guys. Remember the Azerbaijan terrorist piece of shit that came over and he's like, soon you will know my name. Wait till we find out that guy's name when he actually does something, because it's not stopping. This is Sarah Adams. Is that her name? I want to make sure. I don't want to mess this up. Hold on one second, guys. Sarah Adams. She's outlining the enemy's plan for 2025 homeland attack. It's coming soon to a city near you. Go ahead, play it.
We have not had a man walk up to a building with a suicide vest on in the United States. Americans don't understand this. Al-Qaeda knows this, right? So this is new and innovative, especially now. You don't have to walk upside of the building. You can walk in the building because of the advancement of the vest. The other thing is, in the United States, we haven't had Fideian attackers. So the concept is the terrorist fights to the death. So he's not exactly a suicide bomber, but he will fight till either all of us are dead or all of his people are dead. We think it's going to be a swarming attack, right? Multiple different attacks at one time across multiple cities. We think there will be suicide bombers just because some of the attackers went through suicide bomber training and they have these vests. And then we think there's these Fideian attackers who will carry on until they're killed.
You just rephrase that. So these guys are trained and they are going to fight until they're killed.
Yes, and that matters, right? So I was watching this video and it was a suicide bombing in Kabul years ago. The bomber blew up and then everyone starts moving in. The first responders move in, right? And then another guy walks in and blows up. We know this is a tactic. But if Americans don't understand this as a tactic and don't understand these attackers are going to fight to the death, think about that. Battle's going on. The attacker surrenders. He might have the suicide vest. You know, we let our guard down. That man came to die, right? He's going to fight till he dies or you dies. So we can't let our guards down, and they know our weakness. So we have to be very careful that we don't have more people die in these second and third order effects of not knowing their intent.
So to my point, I'm telling you guys, it's going to get worse. There's still 20, how many more days till Trump?
19.
18, 19? Oh, mark my words. Something else is going to happen very soon. I'm not trying to fearmonger. It's going to happen soon. And she's talking about these multiple events. So if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.